XMAX is an entertainment-focused solution that combines blockchain with a global ecosystem for developing decentralized applications. XMAX was founded by a team of experts with an extensive background in game development and publishing. Through their experience, the XMAX team noted three major problems affecting the game industry. First, centralized platforms such as the Apple App Store and Google Play dictate how developers design and monetize their games. This reduces creative freedom and limits potential revenue streams for publishers. Second, the industry lacks efficient development tools such as templates and SDKs. This results in long development cycles and high production costs. Third, indie game studios have small budgets for user acquisition. This makes it difficult for them to market their products against large corporations. The XMAX blockchain entertainment platform was created with these challenges in mind. XMAX provides developers with a free and simple-to-use SDK that makes it easy to maintain blockchain games. Using XMAX, developers can finance their apps early in the development cycle by creating unique digital assets recorded on the blockchain. Player communities can support their favorite developers by purchasing the digital assets. Once transferred, these assets are owned by the player, not the developer, and can be resold or traded at will. With the freedom provided by the blockchain, developers can experiment with innovative new gameplay and economic models. For example, say you are a publisher wanting to launch your masterpiece on the App Store. By tokenizing your product, you can provide your team with the necessary resources to develop your project. With XMAX, you can easily engage the community during the development process to raise resources and build a fan base ahead of release. Through the XMAX ecosystem, developers can solve financing, development, and marketing challenges all through one easy-to-use platform. And this is only the beginning. The XMAX team is committed to supporting all forms of digital entertainment, from decentralized applications to video streaming, social media, and more. XMAX is searching for talented developers and blockchain enthusiasts to join their cause and help shape the future of blockchain entertainment. To learn more about the XMAX platform, visit their website at www.xmx.com.
안녕하세요. 아시아경제TV 코인인터뷰입니다. 저는 오늘 진행을 맡은 김호경입니다. 오늘 코인인터뷰를 찾아주신 게스트는요, XMAX의 Hughes ching 대표님입니다. So today we have Mr. Ching, the CEO of XMAX. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Perfect. Could you please, before we begin, introduce yourself to our viewers?
Sure. Hey, everybody. My name is Hughes, and I'm the CEO of XMAX, a new blockchain mainchain project company. And so I went to school in Canada. I graduated from University of Waterloo, which is the same university the founder of Ethereum. And so I went back to China and I started a fintech company that eventually became a listed company in the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. And then from last year, I started doing blockchain. So right now I'm doing XMAX full-time and wish the thing to go well.
Perfect. Is this your first time being here in Korea?
No. Actually, I do have a Korean friend, so I've been here several times already.
Wow, that's good. How
Right.
often do you visit?
I've been visiting, I think, twice every year.
So you had time to look around Korea. How do you like Korea?
I love Korea.
Wow.
I love Seoul.
Let's dive right into the coin talk. What is XMAX coin?
Sure, right. So XMAX, it's a multi-sidechain main chain that we provide a solution to our decentralized application that's on our main chain. So what we did is we provide 4 different versions of consensus mechanism, which are depots, so delegated proof stake, and then we have a POW version, a POS version, and a POT version. POT means proof of time. So it's a new version of consensus mechanism that we developed for our DApp developers. Well, POT means if you spend more time on your D application, you actually get more token. So it encourages people to spend more time in a specific D application. That's the 4 multi-consensus sidechain technology that we provide to our D app developers. And for the main chain, it's a very thin layer, and it's a very interesting system architect as well. We have, rather than having 21 supernodes as delegated proof of stake, which EOS uses, we have 2,100 nodes. So, and we run a VRF algorithm to decide which node to be the bookkeeper for each transaction. So it's no longer the game of rich people, whereas it's easier for common folks to be a part of it. That's our system architect in terms of our mainnet and our sidechain technologies. And we also do have, so the first application that we're gonna do are basically application stores. So we open up a few application store spot for third-party developers. So if you're a developer, you're more than welcome to come and build your own app store. And then on your app store, more application and developers can come and build on top of you. So we do have a lot of layers in terms of system architect. And for this to go, we also provide incubating and consulting service to the small business or internet team, for internet company team to come, and we tell them how to do tokenization. We guide them through the whole white paper process, and we tell them how to integrate this new blockchain technology onto their original internet product to make their internet product a better one, to upgrade their internet product. That's a few services that we provide to our developers and the internet team that wants to be part of our ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. So it's not only a coin, but it's more over on top of a coin. There's also incubators. There's also apps. Is that what it is? Extensions?
Well, the coin of XMAX is XMX. Mm-hmm. The coin serves as the value transfer vehicle within the whole ecosystem. Mm-hmm. So let's say if you are developers and you want part of the computing power that in the future will be on the XMAX mainnet, then you need to purchase a little bit of token. It has other usage as well. So for all the D applications that are going to be on our mainnet, we're going to charge them some gas in terms of their own token. However, we're not going to keep those tokens. So whoever owns XMX token can be airdropped can have airdrops of those individual D applications. So you can imagine if you hold this one token in the future, if there's hundreds and thousands of good applications in this ecosystem, you will be able to acquire all of their tokens all at once. So I think it's a new economical structure that we come up sometime this year, because not every main chain, or we can say there is no main chain that has a value backing the token of a specific mainnet. So for each mainnet, we're talking about we're going to become a huge ecosystem in the future. However, there is no, like on the back, there's no concrete value. That's why people are spending time talking about security token so much, because for security token, it is actually easier to comprehend what is the logic, what is the value of the logic behind the token. So we learn a bit from the logic that security token possesses, and we sort of apply those part of the logic onto our own token. And we are still actually keep developing the token economy of our own token. And we will have different upgrade patches from time to time. So we've been updating this one for I think twice or three times during the past month, and we'll keep updating it in the future. So we're still updating and come up with new ideas each day, and to make this more interesting, to encourage people to buy our token, and to make our token more useful.
Wow, sounds great. As far as I know, XMAX has solutions for three things. Could you please explain them one by one?
Everyone cares in this industry currently is TPS. Mm-hmm. So I shared this data with our Korean community. I think the persuasion of TPS has come to it's come to a very strange competition between all mainnet. So everyone keeps saying that we can scale up to, for example, 1 million TPS or in theory, infinite amount of TPS. So people are having a competition in TPS. However, I have an interesting data. So for Alibaba, there's a commerce festival each year on the 11th of October in China. So what we call is Double 11. And during the day, you can imagine this. You can put this sort of like the online version of Boxing Day. So on that day, everyone in China basically will go to Taobao or Tmall and looking for a very discounted product. So the trading volume on that one single day had reached to, I think, over 150 billion US dollar on a single day. So in order to support these large scale of transactions, what is the TPS that Alipay needs to have in order to support this? So the data on 2017 Double 11 Day was 287,000 TPS per second. So in my opinion, TPS, it's not the higher the better. However, you need to have sufficient amount of TPS. And the second one that we see, it's more recently, is what we call FOMO 3D. The third one I have in memory is Fcoin. So Fcoin is an exchange, and during Fcoin launches, it's what they call, I think, GPM, which is Gross Product Main Board or something like that. They encourage each token to airdrop to a large number of accounts in order to be listed in Fcoin. So for every project like myself, I try to airdrop to a lot of users of Fcoin in a very short period of time. So for our system, we have a system architect that is sufficient to support TPS between 2,000 to 6,000. So in the short run, I mean, for the past, if we're looking at the past 1.5 to 2 years, that is more than sufficient. Plus, we have sharding technologies and we have off-chain technology to compensate the mainnet TPS. So I don't think TPS in the long run will be an issue. And the second, we have a second very interesting innovation is to have an asset-backed token class, which is similar to ERC 721, but it can scale a lot more better than ERC 721. So what we did is we designed this what we call asset class token. So you can design a class of token, and you can program this class of token using smart contract to give its attributes. And third, we have a new development tool that's based on JavaScript. So if you are developers, we all know in order for one area of development to be more developer friendly, you need to lower the entrance level of all developers. And that's one tool that we provide. We also provide a development tool that has visual, give you the real-time visual of the results of your development. That's the 3 solution that we have so far.
Recently, XMAX 1.0 was launched, and I've heard that the source code of this can be found on GitHub. Is this true?
Right. We weren't open source at the beginning, so we do had a closed door development process before the June of this month. So we got listed on HADX on June the 7th. So after we're being listed, we thought we should just be more transparent. So we started to release our code on GitHub starting from the second week of June. And you can see a lot of updates, and we summarize those updates in our weekly report.
As XMAX Coin started in China, it seems like most of its investments were done by organizations based in China. Could you please introduce the investment organizations of XMAX?
So you can see we have a lot of investors. We probably have the most amount of institutional investors in the history of any main chain project. We got all the big names. We got Vincent personally, not FBG. We got the founder Vincent. We got Bitmain. And we have Defund. We have like Link VC, Genesis, like every name you can say in China. So every China token fund basically invested in XMAX. And we also have some North American investors as well. One of them is a traditional investment bank, and they put a small chunk of Ether into XMAX as well. And we have when we were planning to get listed on HADX, we got 20 votes from the supernotes of Huobi, which is the record high in Huobi's history, and it's probably also the first time that any project has support more than 50% of all supernodes of Huobi, and we have and it's the first project in history that ever reached 20 votes. So we do have a lot of investors, and sadly we don't have Hashed. Hashed is the most well-known Korean token fund. So we had a very tight schedule in terms of listing and private sale. So I guess the information doesn't come across to the founder of Hashed. So, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. With all this works completed, I'm sure you guys have a great team. Can you please introduce some of your team members?
Oh yeah, we have a great team, which I'm very happy. So we have our team member come from 360. We have our head of global, what we call global expansion, Ethan. He's from Glue Mobile, which is one of the largest game developer and distributor in the world. And he used to be the head of what we call Greater China region, and now he joined the team. And we also have people from North America. So we have like 360, Glue Mobile. The majority of our team member are more entertainment focused, entertainment industry focused, and we're recruiting. We recently got a new head of HR from JD. Worked really hard to get her on board, and she single-handedly built JD's North American research facility. So really strong skill and really nice people, really nice person. So yeah, we're still recruiting. So we're also building a native Korean community as well. And we're trying to expand into Korea right now.
XMAX has officially launched that you guys will be launching its main chain in September. Can you very briefly tell us about this in detail?
Right. Actually, we're launching our first version of sidechain in September. So that information is it's partially inaccurate, but partially accurate as well. So our first version of sidechain will be in delegated proof of stake. So it allows our developer to enjoy the fastest version of the sidechain, because depots can have the highest amount of TPS. So that's why we are introducing that one first. And we're gonna have our own mainnet sometime next year. So hopefully the first half, but it might go on to the second half. So before our mainnet is launched, we're gonna finish the coding of our 4 different version of sidechains. So we do have our depots version come alive, and the POT and POS version will come alive shortly as well. And we also will have our wallet and our block browser to come alive in sometimes this month or next month. So we're gonna be seeing a lot of alpha and beta and test version in the coming month.
What is the plan and goal of XMAX for the years to come?
For the years to come, community-wise, we want to get into Southeast Asia and also India. We are seeing India having a very good potential in terms of becoming the next hub of blockchain. So I'm also very familiar with one of the largest Indian exchange, the founder of that exchange. So we're discussing how to do an organic Indian community. So for Southeast Asia, it's also very interesting because Indonesia has a very large population. So we're trying to do community in the Philippines and Indonesia, of course in Thailand and Vietnam. Vietnamese people are very interested in blockchain as well. And for development, as I said, we're going to be focusing on developing side chains and main chains, hopefully to bring our mainnet come online as early as possible, so we can have more application that can use us as their development basis. In terms of liquidity, we're looking to get listed on few of the North American and Korean and international exchanges. So very excited to be here, and we'll see how it goes.
Perfect. And lastly, is there a short comment you want to leave to our viewers?
I'm very happy to be here again. And Korean people are one of the best audiences that I have ever had in my short blockchain year. And I think for Korean user, you guys are very capable of asking very clear and logical questions, and keep that. That will make you the best audiences in the world.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time
Thank you.
today. 네, 오늘 인터뷰에 응해주신 휴스 칭 대표님 진심으로 감사합니다. 오늘 코인 인터뷰가 준비한 내용은 여기까지입니다. 코인 인터뷰는 앞으로도 유익한 코인 정보 제공해드리기 위해 노력하겠습니다. 지금까지 시청해주신 여러분 고맙습니다.